Social Security is when the U.S. government takes money out of your income and pays retired people. On your income statement, it shows up like this, or Federal Old Age Survivors and Disability Insurance Employee Expense. Every few years, we hear about Social Security potentially becoming insolvent over the next decade. The most recent estimates put it between 2030 and 2035. This happens because the U.S. government pays retired people by taking money from working people. If the unemployment rate rises, more people retire, or fewer people are born, this could result in the government spending more money than it takes in. So every few years or decades, politicians have to modify the tax and payout rates to balance the budget. But this is not the most efficient way to pay retired people. Let's say that in 2020, 1 million new Americans are born. That means that in 2085, they will be expecting to retire. The government knows approximately how many people are going to be receiving Social Security 65 years in advance. Well, as I covered in a previous video, interest loves time. To fix Social Security, all the government has to do is deposit some money in each newborn baby's account. The money is then invested in the stock market, which gains on average 8% per year. If the government deposits $10,000 for each of the 3.8 million births in 2019, it would spend about $38 billion. And if you let the money grow at 8% per year, each person would have $1.4 million at age 65. $38 billion may sound like a lot of money, but if you compare it to the Social Security budget in 2019 of $1.096 trillion, it seems to be a lot more reasonable. That's about 29 times cheaper than the current model. This works because the money is working for you. The stock market does all the heavy lifting. Instead of breaking the backs of the working class, use the market to do the hard work. And the good thing is that it doesn't matter what the birth rate is today, because the proportion of people working has no bearing on you getting your retirement. It also eliminates the politicians deciding on when to raise taxes or cut benefits. Politicians in the United States tend to focus on short-term gains instead of long-term planning. This plan makes perfect sense. Therefore, the United States politicians will not enact it.